I'm Andrew Middleton, Council Commissioner here at the Andrew Jackson Council in Jackson, Mississippi. We want to take a little time to give you a monthly installment of the Commissioner's Minute. What we're going to start doing in 2021 is give you an idea of where to go for information, who to talk to for information, and as a parent and as a volunteer or scoutmaster, what your route is. Where should you go in the council to be able to get that information? We're also going to come in each month with a different special guest. This month is Jay Cook, our council president, and we're going to start focusing on what makes the council run, how it runs, and give you a little bit better perspective and idea on where everything fits in. Hopefully that'll help out with your questions. Hopefully that'll help out with the future of scouting and being able to be a little bit more transparent directly with people on how to do things, where to go, and what to do. So without further ado, let's get started on how the council functions. So here you have the Andrew Jackson Council. You'll see in the middle there you've got the board, and the board pretty much oversees all functions of the council. On one side, you'll see the professional staff. Of course, this is Tony and Larry, and then the district executives. And then on the other side, you've got the commissioners. And then underneath the commissioners, you've got the district commissioner and the unit commissioners. Then, of course, underneath the board, you've got the council committees that actually put everything together, such as the advancement committee or the budgeting committee. All the committees fall up underneath there. Then below that, you have the district committees, which is headed up by the district chair. So between these three, you've got the board, and Jay being the chairman of the board. Then you've got Tony, and then you have myself, that's the commissioner, make the key three for the council. And if you'll notice, there's a key three for everything at Boy Scouts. You've got a key three for the council, you've got a key three for the district, and you've got a key three for the unit. And then above the council level, you've also got three key threes for the nation. So the region has a key three. I mean, it goes up the board. So this is pretty much the basic structure of how the Andrew Jackson Council works, but how scouting works just as a function. That way we can keep everything organized and we know pretty much who to go to. So let's take a look at the actual layout now that you've seen the structure. You've got the Big Creek District, the Four Rivers District, the Strong River District, and the North Trace District. Of course, these are the commissioners for that. You've got Andy Dillon at the Big Creek, you've got Sean Cosgrove for Four Rivers, you have Susan Mosley for Strong River, and you've got Larry Coleman for North Trace. These are the people I highly recommend you go into for information. The commissioners are trained and well-versed in scouting, so they are the people who hopefully you've got a unit commissioner. If you don't have a unit commissioner, these are certainly the people that you need to go to. So your first question would be to your unit leaders, say your scoutmaster or your pack leader. If they can't answer the question, their job is to go to their commissioner, whether it's the district commissioner or the unit commissioner of that particular unit. They're the commissioners are the ones that are supposed to be answering the questions. So don't necessarily call Larry or call Tony. I mean, I'm sure they'll help you if they can, but really the commissioners are there for you. They're the people to answer questions. Underneath that, you've also got some of the council level programs, and these are the more important ones that you need to know about as a volunteer. You've got the advancement, which is headed up by Colonel McCullum. Then you've also got the outdoor program, and this is the one that you're probably most familiar with. Tyler Scott's got the Cub Scout side. You've got Jim Stevenson over shooting sports. You've got Tim Shanks over the challenge tower. Of course, you've got Tony Haynes as the advisor of the Order of the Arrow. Robert Leard's, of course, aquatics, been for a while. You've got Tad Magruder over ATVs. You've got Michael Williams. Pretty much everybody's eating his food. Great food. He's over food service. You have Dr. Zachow over health services. So that's your outdoor program. And your council training, of course, Jim Bell and Tad Magruder are co-chairs. They've been doing this for a while. Chris Gibbs is also part of that. Roel Dickinson, Dr. Dillon, and Thomas Walters is over the Blue course director. So this is just an overview of who to go to and how the council actually works. So it's one thing to see a chart and have names in front of you. It's a completely different thing to actually get in touch with the people. So I want to show you how to do that too. So come to the Andrew Jackson Council's webpage. It's BSA and then -jackson.org. And you want to go to Around the Council. And then right here it's District Directory. So you have the District Directory and you can scroll down. This has the contacts of everybody. So you've got Big Creek here, for example. You've got Ryan Walker, Dr. Dillon. You've got Chris Hubbard, um, different people on here, and this tells you who to contact. And sometimes they don't want their phone number actually on the website. So if you click their name, it'll give you their either their email or their phone number to get in touch with. But this is a good place to go. But these are the people who you should be calling first. These people on this website. So hopefully this gives you an overview of the council itself, how the council works, but also give you an overview of who you should go to for communication. So I'm hoping this helps out. Please give me feedback and let me know. So now you've heard a little bit about the council, how the council works, and pretty much I hope it answered the question of where to go to on different issues. That's a big question that we get a lot, and as much as Tony and Larry love to help, they sometimes it's not their job to help; it's our job to help. So we'd be glad as commissioners to help how we can. But changing gears, we have a special guest today. Our guest is Jay Cook. He's the council president, and he's got a lot of good plans this year, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what he has to say. So here's Jay Cook.
Andy, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate the chance to do that, and I really do look forward to meeting a lot of the people that are out in the council, because without our volunteers, our program doesn't work. We can't really depend on the council guys to shovel our program to us. It's the volunteers that determine whether we're successful or not. I've been in scouting a long time. I came on board when I was probably about 11 years old. Have got a passion for it. I've always enjoyed. I was a scoutmaster for a number of years with a troop here in town, and then had a chance to do things for the council. I've been surprised at how much I've enjoyed, being a volunteer with the council. And I'm sort of a fountain of ideas, and so I enjoy trying to take some of those things and work to make it all better for all our kids. So it's a real passion for me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's certainly great to have somebody that's passionate, that's taking the reins. And tell us a little bit about what you want to accomplish this year. What are your goals for this year?
Well, one of my goals is so that I don't appear to be like an FBI silhouette in your video, because I don't think I'm properly lit back here. I'll be honest, the questions that everybody has about what's going on nationally and how it's affected the council. And COVID has been such a thing in all of our lives, our personal lives, scouts, business, everything. And really, I think that completely untracked us for most of the last year, as far as program and everything, because, every time we try to do something, you've got COVID concerns, and it's hard. It's hard to do big thing council events and things that involve a lot of kids, because you just can't. We weren't able to have summer camp last year. Some of our big camporees, hullabaloo, things like that, we weren't able to do. What the council did spend a lot of time doing last year was assisting. We've got James McCullough is one of our local scoutmasters, a scout volunteer that's on the National Ad Hoc Committee for the BSA's bankruptcy, and so we've had a real seat at the table for a lot of that, and our fingers are crossed that there's going to be a good result with all of that. And so we're moving forward. And so now, as we get into 2021, no, we're still not rid of COVID yet. Yes, we hope with vaccinations and everything that we're going to see, fingers crossed by, late spring, June, that we'll be able to, we're definitely pushing ahead with summer camp. The council, our volunteers, our scouts need camp, and they need to get back and go out and do things. And, because look, scouting is the greatest program in the world, but if you don't go camp, you don't go out and do stuff. And my hat's off to all the volunteers who work so hard to make some of the virtual things. I don't want to not give a tip of the hat to them. That's been vital. But it's about going out. The old thing, scouting is 3/4 outing. that's true. If you don't go camp, I just don't know how the program makes it. If you do, it's fun. And fun is what drives everything. If it ain't fun, kids aren't going to do it. If it is fun, and I don't know how, if the program's not done, if you do the program properly, I don't know how it can't be fun. I think it's just absolutely proven, tried and true. You just got to, and hey, by the way, there's nothing that says that adults aren't allowed to have fun too.
That's exactly right.
My days as a Scoutmaster, I'll promise you, I think that the adults had almost as much fun as the kids. And so that we you get one trip or a camp out or something, one adventure taken, done. And man, somebody was already talking about, what are we going to do next month? Well, let's try it, and it feeds on itself. Boys are excited.
Absolutely.
Scouts are excited. Adults are excited. So this year, Andy, we are going to really ramp up and start trying to roll that out. And I think the council plays a role. What the council is not supposed to do is, we're not the substitute for your program. What your troop does. When I was a Scoutmaster, I kind of wanted the council just to sort of get out of my way. I mean, I had ideas and I knew what I wanted to do, and I was glad the council was there, but I didn't count on them for my program or anything like that. That was something we did. But I do have a greater appreciation now that especially in the current environment we're in, I think council can be a positive influence and help get us going again. So we're planning a council camporee the first 3 days of spring break. That's the 12th, 13th, and 14th of March 2021 down at our fantastic camp at Hood Scout Reservation. That'll be there'll be a lot of competitions, a lot of fun things that I know that the Scouts will enjoy. We're planning a great summer camp. We've got some other big event kind of things for early August and September that are intended to really reintroduce us to the community and to our Scout families that really scream fun. How do you not want to do this? And we're counting on our units to support us and showing how many great kids participate. So all those things, we'll be a lot more visible this year.
That's great. That's great to hear. I mean,
More than you ever wanted to hear, huh, Andy?
Well, I think we're in agreement. I mean, you bring the energy to it for sure. You've got the passion for it. And I, for one, am glad that you're leading these, because I agree 100%. I think it's time to get outdoors. I think it's time to have some fun. So I'm 100% in your corner on that. It's great to hear.
A lot of volunteers like you, and some of the, we're very lucky to have the volunteers that we've got.
I agree 100%. So that's kind of what our theme for this month is on this commissioner call is talking about volunteers and how the organization itself works inside the council.
Well, and let me punch that just one more time too, because I'm really eager to meet people and to hear ideas and criticisms, hopefully constructive. But some of the things that we're planning on doing, and I'll just give a quick preview if I've got 30 seconds, is to have a big event in August, early August, before school starts. That, think of it as a scout extravaganza of sorts, someplace here in Jackson Central, a lot of publicity. And the whole idea is to help is scout recruiting. We have got to, even with this COVID and everything, every unit, and we're going to come up with some prizes and some incentives and things, but we have got to be, and it's not just because you want your troop to grow. It's for our program, the Scout movement. We have got to really roll up our sleeves and recruit kids this year. What this big event, the Scout Extravaganza, would be is an opportunity to do that large scale, like the old Scout shows used to do. And since we haven't done those in a couple of generations, this is something that, bring the family and look and see how much fun it is. The point is, our units and our leaders have got to buy in and help us, and you do that by showing up. So that's a must, because it gets our program and our movement and your programs really jump started for this year.
I'm looking forward to it. I know we've talked a little bit in Q3, and we've talked a little bit and different committees about moving these projects forward. And I think it's great. I think most of the volunteers that I've talked to think it's great that we're moving these forward, that we're having a good time, we're enthusiastic. The past, and the future is the future. And I think
Absolutely. And scouting, just like it's always been, is going to be exactly, the national thing may look a little different, but I don't know sometimes if that's a bad thing to shake things up. As far as what we do and our program and how everything's delivered and the fun we get to have, national bases, film, all that's going to be exactly the same. Everybody needs to take a good, big, deep breath and get ready, and let's blow it out this year.
That sounds great. Well, I appreciate your time, and I absolutely agree with everything that you've said. So I'm looking forward to a great 2021. Hopefully not any worse than 2020 for sure, but we are looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great year. And thanks for all you do, Andy.
No problem at all. Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview, and I hope that you've learned something from this Commissioner's Minute, and I'm hoping to do this for your benefit as much as I can. So I welcome any questions, any feedback that you have, and make sure that you let me know what you want to hear, and I'll make sure that it happens. Till then, have a great scouting day.